But getting back to the relationship of the ROF, I sort of see the Royal Order of the Fez. And let me remind you that we've infiltrated the network of evil, that Barfly Brooks, Lisa, Pops, Jeff, they're all sporting fezes, and I know there's two people that need to get fezes. Hey, you know, as soon as my funds get built up again and I have a little change of luck in my life, there's going to be some more fezes going out. You mark my words. Or get your own fez and send me a receipt. How about if we have the what do they call that? Where they where the government the Fez subsidy sponsored by Citizenkong. You know, I'll buy a Fez and I'll send you a percentage of what you a check for a percentage of what you paid for your Fez. I don't know. I just want everybody to have Fezes. What can I say? Crazy Cat F Guy sported his Fez. I would like to welcome Crazy Cat F Guy as a member of the Network of Evil. He sported his bones in a video. I mean, if I have any say in it, I mean, I'm sponsoring you, man. You're in, I think. And Barfly Brooks, I think, has been welcomed. And Zezo de Gremstone. And, and of course, Bowling Ball out of heaven. Am I missing anybody that sported a Fez recently? Oh, and of course, Frank of the Mountain and Pops. Oh, don't only forget Pops of Pops Productions. I have a feeling Pops is going to be a very important person in the Network of Evil, considering he has an inside track with Lisa. I'm just teasing you, man. Yeah, you're next. I'm just kidding. Oh, God. I know, and I've gotten criticized before if I talk too much about NOE business on Fez Night, because not everybody else cares. I know, but I wanted to. And Monk made a comment about the ROF. I said, the agents of the ROF are everywhere, and then he says, and yet nowhere. But for any of you that think there's going to be some type of infighting between the ROF. I see the ROF as like the big circles, Here's the NOE and the ROF. They circle and they intersect, okay? And pretty much not everybody in the NOE is really a member of the ROF, but they're all friends of the ROF. And not everybody in the ROF is necessarily in the Network of Evil. We'll have to sort that out. I'm too lazy to post a list because it's always in flux. And I guess I'm just talking too much about NOE ROF stuff. But check out Jeff's videos, though. Dig that backdrop in his living room or his bedroom, or whatever. The man lives that way. He really does. With the bones and everything. I feel like I'm walking to some kind of witch's den or something. Hey. Not that I've ever been to his house. He lives far away from me, but I consider Jeff a good friend. Yeah. I was going to make some kind of snide comment, but couldn't think of something. Anyway, cheers. Oh, and Gem73, she just popped into my head. She's having a move. Good luck on the move, and we look forward to seeing you back on YouTube, okay, real soon. God, I hate moving. I've been in this same place for ages. At least 15 years, I think. Touch wood, I get to stay as long as I feel like it. Damn place is falling apart around me, though, I tell you. I want to say hello to Delphic Gobshite. She's over there in the UK, and our schedules aren't the same. So, as she said on my page, we are but ships that pass in the night. Yeah, like she wakes up to find a comment on her page by me, and then I wake up to see a comment by her on mine. And we were having some really good flirtatious back and forth. She's a very, very clever woman, writes very well, and is very good at a sort of a high to mid-brow double entendre, which I really enjoy. And I want to say hello to Barb, that you're getting some painting done, I presume. And my googly side has been very, very entertaining to me, and she's very, very, very nice to have a new person on YouTube that is just so right away very hip to what's going on, You don't see her freaking out and getting paranoid about sock accounts and stuff. She sits there with a steely gaze and says, what's up with that person? She had a pretty good guess at who the sock account Red Hot for Citizenkong was, and I think that's a pretty damn good guess. I try not to bother myself too much with who is who on the sock accounts. I'll make myself crazy that way. And I want to say hello to Huck's Infantry, who sometimes feels neglected. And there's some sort of a little bit uneasiness, but come on in, it's a big tent. And he once said, it's too big of a tent. Oh, and Killer Queen Carol has made an appearance back on YouTube. The mystery, who is Killer Queen Carol? Yes. I'm not going to worry myself about that either. But I'd like to remind everybody that all that business that went on in the past with the Network of Evil and Guy Fella and everything, I think some people should get over some hurt feelings because it's all in the game, okay? We really should never take anything too personally. Of course, I'll be the first to admit I've taken some things personally and gotten really pissed off about some stuff. But I don't think any of that group ever took it too far. Underground Listener took it too far. He did. And but I don't think anybody else, as far as I know, at least in my circles, has taken things too far. Definitely ruffled some feathers and hurt some feelings and stuff. But it's all in the madness of, like as the English or the Brits call the fancy dress ball, or what Americans call a costume party. When we're all wearing disguises and masks and creating characters, it's all part of the fun, and it sort of lets the id come out. If I remember correctly in Freudian psychology, the id is that scary thing. That little part of us we try to hide. What was that wonderful movie? It was with Robbie the Robot. Oh man, I come up with these things, and it was Robbie the Robot, and it was basically the plot taken from Shakespeare's The Tempest, Forbidden Planet. It was Shakespeare's The Tempest, with the stranded people on the island and the monster, and I forgot what the monster was called. There was the fairy Ariel, which is Robbie the Robot, and the Caliban, am I pronouncing that right? Was this creature that came out at night and killed, and it turned out to be just the subconscious of the good wizard that lived on the planet, played by Walter Pidgeon, I believe. Remember Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they name and Anne Francis stars in Forbidden Planet. Ah ha ha ha. At the late night double feature picture show. Oh yeah, I do love to sing, to the annoyance of my coworkers, and I want to thank some of you that encourage me to sing on YouTube. Oh yeah, I know. I'm a little bit embarrassed about it sometimes, and I do have that tough, rugged masculine image that I try to keep up on YouTube.